good afternoon, good morning, good evening. It depends with where you are watching us from. We are back again to teach you something very interesting in poultry farming. Remember, we've been with you since the time we started this farm, and we promised you that we will be taking you step by step until we go to the market, until we bring these birds to you, on your table. And today we've come to train a very important thing. Many farmers, I know they are not aware of this. And I know it is very important for you to understand every step and every concept of poultry farming to make sure that you get the good yield and good profit of your farming activities. Remember, in our previous videos, we've been doing vaccination, and there is a flock here, which is we are through with the vaccination. I want you to give you just a second to subscribe to our YouTube channel, so that any time that we produce a video like this, you will be able to know that we've uploaded a new video. And don't forget to share to your friends. Don't forget to put on the notification button so that you are notified every time that you do that. So this is our second flock, which we don't want to talk about today, because next week will be here doing a vaccine on them. But there is that flock that we started with, which I want us to talk about today. We've come to deworm these birds. Why do you deworm your birds? And since we've finished doing the vaccines, we are supposed to deworm them so that if there is any worms inside in the birds, the birds, they are supposed to be flushed out. And when they are flushed out, the feeds that you give these birds will not be shared, because when you give birds feeds, when they have worms in them, that feed will be shared. There are those worms which eat internal organs, and they make that bird weak. And another reason that we are deworming them is because they are almost going to the market. We are almost going to start selling them for meat, the cocks, and we want to add the weight of these birds. So if there is any worm, we want it to come out so that these birds can add more weight before we bring them to the market. And with me here, I have a dewormer, which we are going to use to deworm these birds. This is one of the best dewormer we have in the country. And the most important thing that you are supposed to know is that deworming is a one-day event. 24 hours, you deworm, and after that, you stop deworming. When you check around, we don't have water in this farm, because we want to start now deworming our birds. And we are going to do that for 24 hours. Then from there, we will go back to our water. That is pure water. We normally use poultry microbes in our water. So that one will start from tomorrow. So after 24 hours is when you go back to your normal water. And now we are going to start giving water. The most important thing that you are supposed to check is the withdrawal period of the dewormer that you are using. You read like this one, you are supposed to, it is 2 to 3 days, 4 days. Anytime that you are doing this, you will see change in your flock. If they were producing eggs, you will see them drop of the eggs. That one will, I want to tell you that one should not worry you because it's something normal. After that, you will go back to your way of, take that, you'll go back to your way of collecting eggs. And note that every time that you are deworming, you check the withdrawal period. During that time, when you collect eggs, don't eat. If you want to eat a meat before you start deworming, you take out the bird that you want to eat. During that time, like this one, we are not going to eat before 4 days are over. So note that. The other thing is just to check the expiry date. This one will expire in 2024. And the other instruction is you had 50 mLs in 20 liters. This is what we are going to do now with John. And since we have done that, we put 5 mLs, 50 mLs. This is 20 liters. Check well that water to make sure it is mixed. You mix the warmer that we put there. Once it's well mixed, now we are going to start now giving our birds. You can do that. You put water. They start taking. And it's also good when after like 1-2 hours, you come around checking the kind of droppings that they are giving. And if you see worms in them, you thank God because you've done it. If you don't see worms, other worms are very tiny. You cannot see them unless you use a microscope. So don't worry if you don't see any worms. But when we do this, we are sure that we are doing the best thing. After this, after a week, when you check the weight, you will see the weight has increased because the birds are not stressed and they have not shared the feeds with the worms. Some worms are very bad. They make birds very weak, and they also drop the production. The production of the birds normally go down like eggs. If the birds have a lot of worms in them, that production goes down. Normally, we normally advise, we normally tell people, if you see any fishy thing in your farm, like drop of eggs, and you know that you are giving the proper feeding, the first thing you are supposed to suspect is worms, is the one which brings that. Or when you see just dull birds, they are not active like the way you see in this farm, you should ask yourself why that is happening. So we are going to do that for 24 hours. And after 24 hours, we are going back to our normal water. And once we finish now deworming, we are going to show you another thing that after you deworm, because what I told you is that from this moment going forward, we are preparing our birds to go to the market. And we want to make sure that the meat that we bring to your table, it is quality meat. It is a meat which is healthy is good for your health. So after this process, there is another thing that I'm going to show you in our next video. And as I told you, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel to make sure that this kind of video that we put across, you will be seeing them. And don't be mean. Share to your friends. If you know any farmer that is not following all that we are doing, just share with those people so that we make sure that the meat that we bring to the market is quality meat. From there, we will reduce kind of diseases that you are seeing coming from the birds. You take bird which is not healthy, it will be transferred to your body. So make sure you watch our videos. They are very important. We are not just doing farming, we are educating you a lot of things. So remember to share. Remember to tag your friend. Remember to subscribe. And very soon, we will be opening this farm for you to come for these birds to eat. So for now, we are going to end it there. Bye-bye. Until next time. God bless.